We should be taking this week off, to be honest.
Welcome to the people watching the archive video on YouTube. I'm Dave. That's Serge. This is a morning show where we do once a week and talk about food. Welcome to the now 261 subscribers.
Good morning, YouTube.
Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitter. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, my own personal friends on Facebook.
But no good morning to Periscope, since Periscope is dead.
Oh, yeah, now it's just Twitter. They actually killed Periscope. It's okay.
It's a shame.
It's still on Twitter, so. Which was the entire point of doing that. Hey, look, Twitch alerted me that we're actually live on our Twitch channel.
Ah, bonus.
I hope that's still set to just chatting instead of playing WarioWare. Get it together.
Oh, WarioWare will bring in more views.
Yeah, whatever. This is basically micro games.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start our show.
All right.
Welcome back to Snack News. Wow. See, it's already coming into me. Welcome to the Snack Network Live. I'm Dave Moore. Joining me, of course, is Grouchy Serge, the Fat Man. This is our morning show where every Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we do a show where we talk to our wonderful audience live directly to you. That's how live shows work. And we taste new things. We keep you up to date on all the snack-related news that I decided to put in the notes, not the ones that we put up on the channel. And, Serge, welcome. How you doing?
Dave, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning. I feel like I'm well-rested, even though I know I'm not.
Uh-huh.
And with your help, I made an important discovery this morning.
Okay.
That snacks are the same thing as video games.
Yeah, I mean they are. So as old gaming YouTubers / YouTube or gaming content creators, today is the reveal of the final Smash character. Let's just acknowledge.
Oh,
this.
That's today.
That's today. It starts.
This is the day that Zachariah puts himself in the game.
Yeah. Here's the thing about this. No matter how this goes, people are gonna be mad. That's the part I'm so excited for, because there's no way that no matter what you do, the last character cannot meet any expectations of any kind. Personally, I want Crash Bandicoot.
I want Kratos.
Yeah? Definitely. That sounds like you thought this out and cared. People really seem to assume it's Waluigi. It's not going to be Waluigi. If it is, that would be dumb. That would be super dumb, but I guess I'll accept it. And
I'm a Waluigi family, and my daughter would love that Wajiji is now in a video game.
Wajiji?
Wajiji. She's 3. That's how she says it.
That's close enough. It's about right.
Yeah, and if we get lucky, maybe today will be the announcement of the final new flavor of Mountain Dew.
The final new flavor of Mountain Dew? I mean, it's not in our notes, but gingerbread Mountain Dew seems to be popping up in retailers today, possibly. If your Pepsi distributors are dropping off at Dollar Generals, they seem to be putting it up already. So if you want gingerbread flavored Mountain Dew, yes. Molasses flavored Mountain Dew. Good luck.
Yes, but you can feel like you're eating a gingerbread man. Hopefully with less crunch, just liquid smoothness down your throat.
Yes.
I have a hard time, so there's 84 million flavors of Mountain Dew out there.
Uh-huh.
The ones that people really like, they only release once a year for a month.
I mean, we talked about
Mountain Dew Livewire, for instance.
I had a conversation with somebody about this today, or yesterday, I guess. About how the McRib is coming back in November, right? And no one would give a shit about the McRib. No one would care if it was a thing that you got all year round. If you just
100%, because you would buy a McRib and you'd be like, yeah, no, I still don't like this. But when they take it away from you, Dave, We are like children. As soon as they take something away from us, all we do is wait until we can get it back.
Yeah.
And then they give it back to us, and we're like, oh,
Yeah, and then we buy it up
thank you.
in waves of nonsense. If you sold it consistently, and welcome to Trash Turkey and Jasmine in our live YouTube chat. I do think that they have to do this. I think they have to. If they want us to be excited about it, they have to make it limited. And I know it's dumb. I know it's super dumb that we go and be like, gingerbread flavor Mountain Dew, new, exciting. Gingerbread Mountain Dew is going to be gross. No one's going to drink that all year round. No one's going to be excited about it. No one's going to care after it's gone. There'll be the small group of people who are screaming really loud that they want it. But if it's not a Christmas flavor and a Christmas exclusive, people will be kind of just like, yeah.
That's right. This is Mountain Dew's eggnog. Because nobody really gives a crap about eggnog.
Hey, at least it's not Mountain Dew eggnog.
That's coming, Dave. It's also going to be thick and syrupy like pancake batter.
Oh,
You're going to have to like remember the old Heinz commercials where like you can't just shake it out. That's what this like Mountain Dew eggnog is going to be. You're just going to be like waiting for the drop to hit your mouth.
Is it going to be like if we're going to make Mountain Dew eggnog? Now this is a great conversation. If we're going to make Mountain Dew eggnog, is it going to have like the lemon lime flavor in it? Like is it going to be basically regular eggnog with a little bit of Mountain Dew in it?
When I went pancakes, I had my wife make me some pancakes.
Okay.
I don't want Mountain Dew eggnog because I don't know, like that's gross. Jeremy also says, "What about the Shamrock Shake?"
I love the Shamrock Shake.
Thing.
I love the Shamrock.
The whole reason I bring this up is because I'm a consumer of Mountain Dew limited flavors. I buy them. I buy them all. And I scream about them when I can't buy them off MountainDew.com or whatever it is.
The Mountain Dew store.
But man, this last release that they brought and they put it out in the Kroger stores and Smith's and Food for Less, the Thrashed Apple.
Yeah.
Dave, it might be my favorite Mountain Dew ever.
Don't. I mean, I've got it. It's coming. I have it on special order.
Special order. I've got cases of it in my trunk, so it doesn't go away.
We don't have Kroger. We don't have a Kroger out here, so I had to make multiple requests. Believe me or not, the quantity that I am receiving is plenty. Obviously, if it goes away,
I hope you like it.
I love green apple is probably my favorite flavor thing in the entire world. I cannot wait. I worked at 7-Eleven when we got exclusive green apple Mountain Dew, or I'm sorry, it's a Mountain Dew world. The green apple Gatorade. It was a green apple Gatorade. That was brand new. It was a 7-Eleven exclusive. We got in like 5 cases. I bought 3 of them.
Nice.
That's what I mean. Like I was like, oh, we've got an exclusive Apple Mountain Gatorade. Sure, load that into my car because that's where it's going. It's going to my house. No one's gonna get this because trust me, there was plenty and no one bought it. No one was excited. No one cared, but I did, and it's still my favorite Gatorade. I think. Like don't get me wrong. Like purple Gatorade is classic. Yellow Gatorade's gross now. Don't ask me why.
Yellow Gatorade?
Yellow Gatorade.
Women Lime. That's how my family refers to it. Women Lime.
Women Lime?
Women Lime, yep. Our W's are L's.
All right. Every episode of Snack Network Live, we each bring something new to taste. Sometimes it's a leftover cold piece of Costco pizza. Sometimes it's the greatest Bang energy drink ever made. Sometimes it's also a Serge's favorite Rockstar. Today, because I liked the Rockstar so much, I have a new Rockstar, and it's so dark on this angle. Exdurance, and it's black. It's Bluraz. I wanted to say black Raz. But I
was hoping you were going to find like the only other whipped flavor because that strawberry was so good.
I looked for the orange whipped, and I did not find it.
That's very sad.
It is gone. I think it is actually legitimately gone. I think you'd have to special order it. But I almost did order a case of the strawberry because
it's that good.
It was that good. I'm not even going to deny it. The Rockstar whipped strawberry was good. So this is a Bluraz X-Durance Rockstar. I don't know what X-Durance means because it's just an energy drink with a dumb name on it.
It's the X drink version of Rockstar, the X Games.
Okay.
And then, much like we thought was going to happen, I now have Red Ooze.
Red
for
Ooze.
G Fuel.
I did look for that too and did not find it. So,
well.
I did see Venom Let There Be Carnage. Quick review. It was very fun.
Was it more fun than the first one?
It's way better than the first one. That's not even a question. It's a way better movie. It's way quicker. It's better paced. There's not a bunch of fillery and backstory that we don't need because the problem with
Venom and Carnage, you don't need backstory. You need chaos.
Yeah, that's it. It's just chaos. It's ridiculous, funny. It needs to be a little funny because Venom inside of Tom Hardy is supposed to be kind of funny. All the seriousness with like the Life Foundation and a bunch of origin that didn't really happen in the comics, it's kind of made up for the sake of the movie, and then also makes it an extra half hour. Kind of makes the first one kind of like a slog. I also rewatched that one and realized that, yeah, this movie's way better. The post-credit scene, if you go to the theater and you see a Marvel movie and you get up when the credits start rolling, you're a psychopath. Sit back down. Shut up. Do not get up. This one is not a get up one. This is a crucial, maybe the greatest post-credit scene we've ever gotten.
Well, that's hyping it up a little bit there, Dave.
I mean, the thing with a Sony movie versus like a Marvel movie where Thanos comes out and like grabs the gauntlet and goes, "Okay, I'll do it myself," doesn't really tell you anything. You know what I mean? Like, it was also like 10 years later that Thanos finally showed up. Like,
took a while to get the makeup right.
It took a very long time to figure that out. This is crucial and possibly affects things very soon, if not only a couple of years down the line. But it's also not a questionable thing. Like, you're like, I can get nerdy and question everything that we just saw, but like, we understood what happened. So
okay.
Anyway,
Robert Downey Jr. came back. Iron Man is not dead.
That's
guys. I haven't seen it. I'm joking.
Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man keeps dying in everything we see him in. Like, he keeps reappearing in What If / whatever. I think they're trying to tell us that Iron Man's death is an absolute point in time. If anybody wants to get super nerdy,
like the Doctor Who series,
Iron Man will die no matter what. Like, that is a constant. He cannot.
Well,
he cannot.
He is a mere mortal.
He cannot continue to exist. Ew.
Good news, Dave.
Yeah.
I smell cherry.
That is a good sign. Blue raspberry has been my favorite energy drink flavor, consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Like of all of them, like even the sour chug rug. So this smells actually kind of gross.
You forgot to shake it first.
Oh, you're supposed to shake Rockstars? and then explode them all over me?
That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. It does not smell good. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say this. It has that... It really leans hard into that energy drink taste, that Monster energy drink taste. And I am not the biggest fan of that. And so, as of a blue raspberry energy drink, and the ones that I've had to have on this channel, this is not on the peak.
So before I get to my flavor here, Jasmine says that it was better than the first movie.
Yes, much better.
She's not a fan of Marvel or DC. So she's not human.
That's fascinating.
But she does like Venom, the Venom movies.
Okay.
And Trash Turkey said he was off today and set a reminder to join our show, but he's leaving us midstream because he has to go paint his front door.
I mean, you can bring us to go paint your front door.
He also says we need more Mark.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you now have fans. You need to start joining the chat more often.
Yeah, Mark.
We're gonna make Mark a thing.
You're one of our constants, Mark. Get back in here.
Mark's gonna get so popular, he's gonna get blue checkmark verified on Twitter. That's my goal in life.
To get Mark verified, not us. Screw us.
So, I said that you could smell the cherry on this one. And like last week, I couldn't smell anything, and the taste was just so dull and generic. This one, the taste, like, it hits your tongue and it pops.
That's cool.
It is definitely fake cherry.
That's not always a bad thing.
No. I'm not even a huge cherry fan. But like this one, it fills your mouth with flavor. Like when you drink it, you're like, I know what is hitting my taste buds right now. Where last week I had to look it up and I still didn't believe it. Like the black ooze flavor, I would never drink again. But this cherry flavor, like I dig it. It's pretty good. It's got like a nice strong aroma, a strong flavor. And I'm not gonna put it down and be like, I really wish I liked this blue raspberry. Rockstar ruined blue raspberry for me.
I'm not saying that. It's one of those things where I'd say this is. I've always viewed Rockstar as the generic, like it's the generic brand. The same way that you look at like Gatorade, you're like Gatorade's the classic, and then like Powerade's kind of its younger brother. You know what I mean? Like it's not Power. I love Powerade. Powerade's fine. But it's definitely the lesser of the two, meaning like Monster and Red Bull are the peak, and Rockstar is kind of like the generic man's energy drink.
So
this actually tastes like the generic, where you're like, yeah, all right, it's not that great.
Yeah, no, the blue raspberry is not on my to-do list.
Versus that strawberry whipped.
Oh, that thing was so full of flavor.
It's so good. Yeah. So I'm not hating on your Rockstar. This is just not your strongest venture.
It's also the difference between a full caloried Rockstar and a 0 calorie Rockstar.
Is this a 0 calorie?
Yes.
Oh, that explains everything. Kind of.
It really does. That's the sad point.
I mean, the whipped one was definitely disgustingly full of sugar, which is probably what made it so good.
Oh yeah.
All right. As speaking of sugar, we try to keep you up to date on all things food related and snack news related. I try to not. This is a new thing. We're gonna try not to put articles that I covered already as snack news shorts on our various social media platforms, unless they feel anything important like Gingerbread Mountain Dew or the McRib is coming back. Those things are happening. But you want to tell me what I put in our wonderful notes?
Dave, you started it off with a doozy.
Yep.
Don't eat lobster. People are dying. It's awful. Everybody's getting food poisoning. The world's coming to an end. There's like 6,000 pounds of potentially tainted lobster being recalled.
Frozen lobster. Don't buy any frozen lobster. I forget the brand. It's like green something.
I'm blah blah blah. Possible listeria. Green head lobster frozen.
Green head lobster frozen. All their stuff. Like it's an entire list of everything they make that's lobster meat related. Don't eat it. Although I don't feel like you should be buying frozen lobster. I've had lobster. I wasn't the biggest fan. I've talked about this. I don't think I would be buying it frozen.
If you don't like it fresh, you're not going to like it frozen. So what I took out of this article the most is they have some, like, you're going to buy lobster, you buy lobster meat, but they also sell cooked claw and knuckle meat, which really just sounds appetizing. Man, I didn't like lobster until I tried the knuckle meat.
I mean, the meat in the different sections of the lobster does taste slightly different. I will.
Yes.
I will acknowledge that that's a true thing. I actually kind of wonder. I've never bought frozen lobster meat. I wonder if it would take away all the work. Do I just, cook it and then cover it in butter, basically? Like I don't know. Does that take away the fact that I had to, take the lobster, pick it up, crack it up, eat it? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is more my style.
But the biggest thing about that article that annoyed me was the way it started.
Oh yeah.
Don't buy this product. It was that whole like whatever they call it, like the baiting. Like, you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
Things are bad. Let me get to the point,
Yeah. This is probably not a thing that people are doing. Based on our chat, I also agree. I think it's probably not a huge concern. Frozen lobster is probably not a high commodity, but it's also not a thing you should be doing.
So, speaking of negative news, because that's what you filled us with today, Dave.
I guess that's just the mood I was in when I made the notes at 11 o'clock last night.
So this is something that I don't know how it exists, but over in the UK, I didn't get time to read this one because I was too enthralled with our lobster one. The reserves of CO2 are running low.
Yes.
And I guess it's getting harder to manufacture sodas.
Right.
Dave, how do you run low on CO2?
I mean, every retailer has to and manufacturer has to actually put CO2 tanks into carbonate things. When I worked at 7-Eleven, our CO2 went out actually quite regularly, and all the fountain drinks would come out without being carbonated, which is really weird, right? This would be awful if I couldn't get carbonated beverages in the U.S.
But it just seems like right now, everything in the world is at a shortage. And then they're doing things like this just to make us panic. And buy like 40 cases of our favorite Mountain Dew.
I mean, that's kind of the point. It's like, I honestly think putting this out here as a thing is probably more damaging to the problem than it would have been if you had just said nothing at all, and then people showed up at stores and they just happened to be out of, carbonated beverages.
We're sorry, but all your carbonated beverages are going to be flat for the next month.
Also, how much backstock does Coca-Cola in the UK have? You know what I mean? Like, are you telling me that if you don't tell people to panic, if you don't say go now and buy this because we're not going to be able to make it, how much Coca-Cola do they have left to ship out already? You know what I mean? Like, this is the part that I think is the problem, because I think they probably had plenty. The amounts of stuff that come in, I work in retail. I've worked in retail for 10 years. The amount of stuff they can bring in at once. They take a truckload to these places. It would hold up for probably, if you brought extra, if you had extra in your warehouses, you probably could supply these stores for multiple weeks before they would run out if you don't tell people to panic and go buy it all. Although we do actually have a friend who I probably should have asked, who does work in like gas supplying for companies like this, and we probably should ask him about this, about how CO2 works for factories and stuff, because I bet he could actually give me an answer.
All right, I want an in-depth interview. I want it recorded and edited and up by noon. Get on that, Dave.
Yeah, right.
So the other thing I wanted to bring up a little bit is that other link that stays at the bottom of our show notes. Yes,
the upcoming link that we keep always there.
Right, but it's the upcoming link. So now September's updated, and there's still nothing for, I don't know, October?
That we're in already?
Yeah, so I wanted to go over some of the stuff from September that came out that maybe you've missed.
We should do this. This is absolutely a thing we should do. Okay.
So 7-Eleven had the OG pumpkin spice latte and the fall pumpkin coffee.
Okay, and as a person who worked at 7-Eleven, I assume that that's just the powdered crap that they put in the machine, and if they hadn't run out of powder crap, that probably isn't even in the machines yet, because unless corporate demanded it, or you have a corporate 7-Eleven, which you probably don't, unless they came in and forced them to swap out something that wasn't performing, they would just wait till something ran out. So I'm gonna actually I might go look for that. I like those powdered. It's basically instant hot chocolate. Okay.
We're gonna have a segment. Dave bitches about 7-Eleven.
Well, I could.
You just like your eyes glaze over as soon as I mention it every time, and you're like, "Oh, when I worked there, let me tell you something, Sonny."
I could tell you horror stories about 7-Eleven. I could tell you.
Okay. Let's see. Applebee's had the Mountain Dew Dark Berry Bash.
I knew about this. It leaked. We actually had somebody report to us on Instagram like 2 months in advance that it was coming. Still never went to Applebee's because I don't go to Applebee's.
So the problem is I just don't want to go to Applebee's to order a soda.
That's it. That's exactly it. There's nothing. Applebee's. Okay, we'll just move on. Applebee's tends to put things on the menu that are pretty okay, and then they take them away, and they never come back because they were limited time, like test products. Like they had a buffalo chicken sandwich that was kind of okay. Like I don't know. I never go to Applebee's.
I really like their quesadilla burger. It does not like me though.
Yeah.
So
none of their food's that great. I wish Applebee's was just a tad cheaper. Like not.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad, but it's like when I could go to like a regular cheap restaurant and get probably bread and real food, I just go there. Like, okay.
I'm gonna agree. Arby's, the real country style rib sandwich.
This feels like a thing they probably always had. But I never.
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's hot honey hand breaded chicken sandwich.
Because everybody needs.
I'm really gonna question the hand breaded portion of this. Because I just don't feel like it is.
I also don't have either one of those places. We don't have Carl's Jr. or Hardee's.
This next one, I saw a commercial on, Dave. And I know this says September, but I'm going to have to go here for lunch within the next couple of days. And it's one of our favorite places. Chipotle. They have smoked brisket.
I did see this, and I actually had Chipotle.
And you didn't order it?
I didn't order it because it was a delivery order, and if I'm gonna get that, I want it to be fresh. Like I want it to be as fresh as it's supposed to be. I don't want it to get all soggy and
Okay.
So
I'll accept it this one time. You're gonna order Chipotle to be delivered anyway, but you're like, not the brisket.
I don't want it to. It was quite disappointing. No matter what, I would have been disappointed by the brisket, even if it had come up in it with
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Einstein Bros bagels, bacon and queso egg sandwich.
Yep. Taking another one of their ingredients and just combining it with another thing. That's it.
That's
okay.
Right.
They already had that. You could have made that any other time.
A burger place on the rise, evidently. Habit Burger. I've heard people talking about it. I know we have one in Vegas, but they have a chicken caprese.
The place is called a burger place on the rise?
No, it's called Habit Burger.
Oh. I was like, what the hell is a burger place on the rise? That's a stupid name, but it's great.
It is. The Honey Baked Ham Company, pumpkin spice glaze, because I really want my ham to taste like pumpkin.
That's not. I mean, you're right. I don't really want it on a ham, but I feel like there's probably potential for that to be on something.
If you put sugar on something, it's bound to be good somewhere. Krispy Kreme, of course.
Yep.
Pumpkin spice, apple cider, maple glaze.
There's
a place called Nathan's. They have a bacon cheddar cheesy burger.
Good job with that honey bun. The honey bun. It was a cinnamon roll. Cinnamon rolls. They were cinnamon.
This next one worries me.
Yeah.
Popeyes. Blackberry cheesecake fried pie.
What is it even? Well, my Popeye.
I'm gonna click on the link, Dave.
My Popeyes is the shadiest place in the world. I'm sorry, I'm not going there anymore.
Okay, so it looks like a deep fried carnival food.
Wow,
So they take those delicious 7-Eleven pies that I like, and they just deep fry it.
How could that be bad?
Let's see. Shake Shack, if anyone has one near you.
I've seen a Shake Shack in my life and didn't go to it. And there's not no one near here.
But they have chocolate birthday cake shake, which is good-ish, I guess.
Sure.
But the next one, Cornflake chocolate drizzle shake.
Interesting.
Cornflake.
Okay.
Sonic broccoli cheddar tots.
Gross.
Well, I'm assuming it's for people that want cheddar cheese in abundance but don't want to eat carbs. So they just put it on broccoli instead of potatoes.
It still sounds like it would be fried. Wouldn't it still be fried? I guess so, maybe.
Don't know. Taco Bell crispy chicken sandwich taco.
Okay.
Wiener Schnitzel Oktoberfest bratwurst.
That's probably... I actually think we might have bought this. I might have this. We might have to make it, though.
And my favorite, my absolute favorite, Dave.
Yeah.
Wingstop.
Okay.
They sell wings and french fries. But because wings are getting so hard, they have thigh bites and bone-in thighs.
Wow.
Maybe they're going to be Thigh Stop. Unless that's a registered trademark somewhere else in a different industry.
Not an industry we cover on the Snack Network. I mean, we could. It just have to be on a different website.
We'd get a lot more hits.
Oh, that's a bad one.
But yeah, Wingstop, they're moving into the thigh business because chicken is so hard to do right now.
Yeah, great. The wing shortage is driving me nuts. I would like to establish that we did talk about the spicy chili Dorito wing combo that's coming to BW3 on the news, and it made it sound like I rewatched the news thing, and it sounds like I really like B-dubs. I don't. I think they're extremely overpriced, and they need to get their shit together. As one of the big national wing chain bars, they need to get their crap under control. They need to not charge you $1 million to eat there. It's not the greatest place in the world, and they act like they're high class wings, and that's not really how it works. So,
Dave, is there a such thing as high class wings?
I don't know. Apparently,
you get them at Hooters. Is Hooters high class or is B-dubs high class?
B-dubs acts like they're a fancy bar that can charge you 78 cents for a wing on wing night.
Because you can watch the game.
You can watch the game at any bar. At your local bar, if you find the right local bar, I guarantee you they make better wings. And I'm going to stand by that.
You know what I like about B-dubs?
What?
The jersey that their associates have to wear.
Yeah.
The number 82 jersey. I want to get one. Does anybody out there work at B-dubs and can give me a double XL?
I'm sure you can order one. I'm sure.
I really want to get one of their jerseys. Jasmine says that Steak and Shake is better than Shake Shack.
That's interesting. Steak and Shake, all the Steak and Shakes in my entire area is shut down. All of them.
You know what? We do have a Shake Shack in Vegas. My wife took our 6-year-old there the other day on a Mommy Sunday.
Oh, that's fun.
He enjoyed the ice cream, not so much the burger.
Yeah, that's welcome to being 8 years old. I didn't like burgers until I was like a solid teenager. I didn't like burgers. That's psychotic. What the hell is wrong with me?
Like a 200-pound teenager? What's a solid teenager?
like 16 plus.
Oh, okay.
Like actually being 16 years old, which is
old enough to drive but still can't see the road.
I mean, yeah.
This is why I like this show, Dave.
Yeah,
talk nonsense.
Yeah, no, it's great. I definitely was wrong about burgers. Burgers are one of the greatest things in the entire world. If you're listening to this and you don't think you like burgers, you just have not found the right burger. I just like to establish that. Oh, burgers are so good. I want a burger for lunch.
All right, I'll go fire up the grill, Dave.
All right, I'm on my way to Vegas.
All right, you want a single or double? You want cheese on that?
Double, no cheese. But all the other fixings pretty much, except mayo.
Okay.
Mayo's gross. Ketchup is gross. Everything else is fine.
You want me to toast the bun?
Oh my God,
that's mayo on the bun. Is that okay?
No, do not put mayo on the bun.
You don't taste it. It's just I don't use butter.
You don't use
people that think it's gross. You like it, Dave. You're gonna like it.
You don't use butter?
No, I use mayo. I put a little thin thing of mayo on the bun. Put it over the open flame. Toast it.
Oh, you are wrong. You are so wrong.
No, I'm not. You're
butter,
wrong, Dave.
Butter, absolutely butter.
Mayo, it's what's for dinner. So this is a snack related story from when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
I once got in trouble for something, and I was 6, so I don't remember. It's a long time ago, like almost 40 years at this point. So I was being punished, and I was told I had to sit at the table and do nothing. So this is before like handheld gaming devices, Dave.
Yeah.
Like I had to sit at the table. That was my punishment.
Okay.
And the only thing on this table was a tub of butter.
Okay.
I ate at least a quarter of that tub of butter.
Oh my god.
And to this day, I can't do butter anymore, Dave, unless it's melted. Like it has to be 100% completely melted, dissolved, dissipated into whatever it's supposed to be there. I enjoy the flavor of like melted butter on toast or something.
Okay, so wait,
if any of that butter is still solid, I can't eat it. Like my stomach turns before I even get it to my mouth.
All right, I'm kind of the same way. I kind of agree with this. I don't like big, chunky, solid pieces of butter on things. Like melt it down or like to butter bread, that's fine. Like, but I also don't. When a restaurant brings you like a little pan of like with like the little thing of butter and the bread, like I'm perfectly happy to just eat the bread. Like I don't need to butter it. I know that's weird. I know that everybody else butters their bread like that. I don't do that. I don't
when
like
a restaurant brings you a big stack of pancakes and they throw a slab of butter on there, but the pancakes aren't hot enough that the butter just instantly melts.
Yeah.
Like I debate just not eating. I'm like,
wow. Yeah, no. I don't like I don't like solid chunks of butter in things. But I love like pouring like melted butter all over popcorn. Like go crazy. Go.
Yeah.
I take half a stick of butter when I make stovetop popcorn, half a stick of butter, and if I make extra popcorn, which sometimes I just make like basically a giant thing, I just take an entire stick of butter and just melt the entire thing over the popcorn. Just go nuts.
Well, that's the way to do it. Yeah. You're making nice, healthy popcorn. You're popping it yourself. Yeah. You're adding just the right amount of butter, but no matter what you do to that popcorn, it is better than that pre-packaged 100 garbage that you throw in a microwave and then it stinks up your house for the next 4 years.
Yeah, pro tip for making homemade popcorn. This seems like it's a waste of money. I'm just going to throw this out here. Like, sure, you can take a big giant pot, just pour a bunch of kernels into it, a little bit of oil, and just pop it over the stove. You can do that, right? Totally do that. You can also just shake it and do that. Whirly Pop it's a whirly pop. That's what it's called. It's a special pot. It has a crank handle on the side. It'll move the kernels on the inside. So while it's cooking on the stove, you're constantly turning the bottom of it. Okay. This is a godsend to making popcorn. It is the secret to making homemade popcorn. It's a pain in the ass to clean it because it's got little spokes and all. It's a whole thing, but it will make you the best stovetop popcorn you've had in your entire life, as long as you do it correctly, which is actually turn it, and when it starts like actually popping, you turn the stove off and you let it just kind of fill it to the top. Whirly Pop.
I love the popcorn machines, Dave.
Yeah.
Like you load it up, you turn it on, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner's running, swirls your kernels around, and it pops and it just all comes out.
Yeah, like the big popcorn machines. Do you have one of those?
I mean, mine's smaller.
Yeah, but I don't have one of those.
I want one of like the circus ones. Where it's like on a cart and you can push it around and you can make like 12 gallons at a time. That's what I want. Life says it's not justifiable.
I've looked for those, and if I have enough room down here to put like one of those behind the bar for parties, I would absolutely 100% buy that. If I saw one
Amazon
for a reasonable price, or if I was having a big enough party where I felt that there was a need for popcorn, I would buy one of those big rolling popcorn machines.
Oh, man.
I would pay it.
Listen, this is just me saying this, and I could never do it now because you would know where it came from. But I want to come over to your house. We're going to have one of those big parties. Everybody's going to be drunk because you have that really good bar.
I also have a shit ton of
popcorn. Beer. I'm going to reach into the machine and just grab a handful of disgusting buttered popcorn.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wipe my hand off on your drum kit.
Oh, wow.
And you're going to have a single Serge handprint in the middle of your drum kit. And every time you play Rock Band, it's going to be there. And you're going to be like, I hate that guy.
Oh, no. Trust me, when I when I started working on the bar down here, which I got the refrigerator, which is really the final step that I actually went through with and finished, there were popcorn machine debates. Because having one of those big machines, dude, I love popcorn that much. The only reason I didn't buy one is because if I ever make that much popcorn, I need enough people to eat it. Like,
you are enough people, Dave.
I'm not, though.
I have faith in you.
I can eat a lot of popcorn, but like
breakfast popcorn, lunch popcorn, dinner popcorn.
That's the
sugar-coated popcorn.
That's the thing is I'd basically get up every morning and start it and fill the machine and then eat that throughout the whole day. That's not a good habit to make.
Rachel says kettle corn, delicious.
I mean, if you had one of those big machines, it'd be very easy to make kettle corn. You could butter. You could get one of those.
You can't do it in a whirly pop.
You also can do it in the whirly pop, but you also could get. You could just get that machine, make the popcorn, right, and then just butter it afterward. Butter and salt it afterward. You just don't put the butter into the thing. And you could do sugar. You could fix the whole bar with toppings for popcorn. People make all sorts of crazy popcorn. Anyway,
jalapenos.
Yeah. We could talk about popcorn all day, and we'll save future popcorn conversations for more episodes of the Snack Network Live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to the amazing 261 subscribers that we now have on the Snack Network. You guys are incredible. My entire goal for the first year of the Snack Network, which was December 12th, by December 12th, I wanted 250 subscribers. That was my goal. That was my own personal goal. And we have now exceeded that and blown it away. So we're not even to the first year of this, and I am extremely grateful for all of you. I appreciate it so much. Subscribe for more Snack Shorts, Snack News Live. We'll do all sorts of stuff. I know I said Snack News Live, but that's kind of what this is. Pretty much.
We'll just keep changing the name of the show, Dave.
I mean, it's just the Snack Network Live. That's this is what this is. We do this every Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on our various social media platforms, so you can tune in anywhere you want, and it's available as a podcast anywhere you get it. So if you are listening on your favorite podcatcher, go rate us in the store of your choice. That helps us get out to more listeners. I'm Dave Moore. I'm at Tell You Dave on every platform. You are
Grouchy. Also the Fat Man in Vegas.
Yeah, Grouchy or the Fat Man in Vegas. It's Grouchy with 2 R's. Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, just roll that R. Grouchy. It's very French of me. I don't know.
And I appreciate Rachel, the Trash Turkey, Jasmine. Who else tuned in here today?
Nobody else tuned in, but I appreciate Mark.
Mark, do.
If you're out there, come on back.
Yeah, we'll see you next. We'll see you next week, Mark. And
see you next Tuesday,
guys. Thanks for watching. All right, we're not off the air yet, but that is the end of the actual podcast. Thank you guys really for tuning in today. The chat was great today.
Jasmine also said, "Ooh, kettle corn."
Yeah.
And then Rachel said that Whirly Pop is delicious, but it's a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah.
Really makes me think that you're making her clean it instead of doing it yourself, Dave.
You're right. I'm the worst. But Rachel agrees it's 100% worth it. It is the true way to make stovetop popcorn. I know it, and you're going to go on Amazon, you're going to look it up, you're going to be like, oh, it's $30 or something, and you're going to be like, I don't know. Trust me. If you're a stovetop popcorn fan, it is the only way you will make stovetop popcorn ever again.
Oh yeah. I used to see these pans before.
Yeah, I mean it's not anything crazy. It's just a secret of constantly moving the kernels.
Maybe next we can have a popcorn shortage, Dave.
It probably would be
a candy corn shortage.
Oh, there's no candy corn shortage. I've been to the store. You can, there's candy corn galore.
There will never be a candy corn shortage.
Considering me and Jay are the only 2 people in the world who like candy corn, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. There's 3 or 4 of you out there. Dave, that might be our longest episode.
I mean, I was watching time. It might be, but I also don't think it was, because we've definitely put up an episode that was like 39 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So once it's all cut down to the actual show, I think it'll probably be about the same. My goal is 30 to 45 minutes as podcast, which is good. I think it's perfect for what we're doing.
Making jokes.
Yeah, making jokes and talking about food. And apparently movies and video games occasionally. Although we did talk a bunch about food as soon as the show really started going, so I think we stayed in our wheelhouse.
We hit the key points.
Yeah, I like
frozen lobster bad.
I like the at the beginning of every month we go over the things from the previous month. I think that's smart.
Well, whenever it finally shows up on there, I'm gonna go over it.
Yeah, they'll only start filling in October as things magically start appearing. That's kind of dumb. There's no way.
Right. The whole thing, like with the Chipotle thing. Like yesterday was the first time I had heard of it.
Oh yeah, no.
Evidently, it was a September thing.
It's been a couple weeks, and I have not gone and got it. It doesn't sound.
I'm gonna have to try it and then see if it compares to the chorizo.
It's not. Yeah, it's. God, see, I love the chorizo. I love the chorizo. It's not.
Once again, one of those ones they don't have all the time that really annoys me.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the problem. It's not even really that great of chorizo. Like if you had good chorizo, it's not comparable. But it's for Chipotle standards. If you're calling Chipotle Mexican food, right? The chorizo's really good.
Yeah.
Calling Chipotle actual Mexican food is not true though. But that's okay. Chipotle is still great.
Yes. I'm glad we did this off the air. I wouldn't want to slander the good name of Chipotle.
Oh, I've made Chipotle. I mean, we're still on the air. Chipotle has consistently disappointed me lately. They're getting really stingy with their portions. It's getting really annoying. They're clearly not keeping employees. Like everybody who goes there, every time I go there, it's new people every single time.
My biggest problem is the last 2 times I went there. Like I went there because they got cauliflower rice.
Yeah.
So me trying to be lower carb, I was like, okay, this is a good option. But even though they upcharge you for the cauliflower rice, which everybody does, you get significantly less cauliflower rice than you get regular rice.
Yeah, like
so then of course my bowl looks smaller, and then I have to look at it being like, I could probably eat 2 of these.
Right. And stop being stingy on freaking rice. My bowl. I got a bowl yesterday for lunch. I ordered.
You're supposed to look at the camera and be like, "Hey, Chipotle."
Hey, Chipotle. I ordered a bowl yesterday for lunch, and the portion was pathetic. You can't put a tortilla in the bottom of the bowl when you order online, which is a disgrace. They should just do that by default when you order a bowl because it absorbs so much of the sogginess, right? Mm-hmm. So the bowl comes and it's been in the car for whatever amount of time. They delivered it from the further away Chipotle. I don't know why. That was a weird choice of Uber Eats to decide that. So it was not good. I paid for extra meat, and the amount of meat was pathetic. And it's like a $4 upcharge for extra meat on the Uber Eats app. Like, you were psycho. That bowl should have been full to the brim. I took the bag from the guy and was like, "This is the lightest Chipotle bag I've ever picked up," and I paid for extra.
Yeah,
I'm like, Chipotle, you're killing me here. You're killing me. Like, I don't want to be disappointed with it, but if you're not gonna, you're already charging way too much for your food. Like, lower the prices and pay your employees more. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, that's what you need to do to keep me happy.
Adding brisket, that's what you need to do to keep me
happy. Yeah, also brisket just doesn't feel like
man, I really want to try it.
I want to try it, but it doesn't feel like a thing that belongs in my Chipotle bowl, but what do I know? Don't knock it until you try it. Right?
I guess.
All right, guys, we're going off the air. That's it. Bye. Have fun.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in.